Welcome, everyone. We are here with Nicola Stock, and we are going to be talking about the CARE study today. So,
Much for
welcome,
having me.
Nicola. Um, we are so glad to have you on, and we're excited to hear about the study. Could you tell us a little bit more about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. So I consider myself to be a research psychologist, whereby I have a background in psychology, but rather than applying that training in a clinical setting like a hospital or a therapy room, I work in a university setting and I focus specifically on research. So I work at the Centre for Appearance Research, which is based at the University of the West of England in the UK. And we're interested in what it's like to live with an appearance that is visibly different and all of the various medical, psychological, social, educational, workplace challenges that come with that. And for the past 18 years, my research has focused on the psychological impacts of cleft and other craniofacial conditions. And I now lead a small but very mighty team of researchers at the centre where 100% of our work is dedicated to improving craniofacial care.
Amazing. Thank you so much for kind of giving that overview. Um, and now I know that we're currently going to be talking today about the CARE study. So could you kind of tell us what CARE stands for and what the study is about?
Absolutely, yes. So CARE stands for Craniofacial Microsomia, Accelerating Research and Education, but CARE is a lot catchier. It's a 5-year research program. It's funded in the USA and it runs until February 2025. And the goal of the program is to understand the psychosocial challenges that individuals and families face, as well as their treatment experiences as they move along the treatment pathway. So far, we've carried out over 100 interviews with caregivers, adolescents, and young adults about their CFM related experiences. And we've done that using a cool method called the life story method, where we've asked our participants to divide their CFM story into chapters as if it were a book, and then to tell us that story in detail, chapter by chapter, highlighting what support they had along the way and what support they would have liked to have had. And the next phase of the CARE programme, as we kind of draw to a close, is an online survey, which is available in both English and in Spanish. And it's open to caregivers of children with CFM and adults with CFM as well, who are over the age of 18, in 5 English speaking countries. So we're looking at the UK, the USA, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And the surveys will tell us more about how individuals and families are doing in terms of their psychological well-being in comparison to the general population. But it will also look at factors that put people at risk of psychological distress. And so the aim of these surveys is to collect as much information as possible to help us better identify those people who might need a bit more support and to be able to offer them appropriate help and resources.
Okay, amazing. So I'm hearing that that last portion with the survey is still available for people to get involved in. So what would that look like if someone wanted to complete that survey? Where can they find the survey? What does the survey, like how long is the process to fill out the survey? Any additional details that you can give?
Yeah, sure thing. So I mean, really, the whole survey is driven by the lack of current research in the field of craniofacial microsomia, specifically that focuses on the psychosocial impact of the condition. And as I mentioned, treatment experiences as well of those who are born with CFM, as well as their families. And so the long term vision really is that psychosocial support is fully integrated into the treatment pathway. We want to remove the stigma of seeking mental health support, and we want to make sure that psychological support is accessible to everyone at every stage of their journey. And so the survey is really the next step to gaining as much knowledge as we can about what challenges people experience and how effective current care is. And so this is where the community comes in. We have this unique opportunity to learn about what the community needs to support their psychological well-being, but of course, we can't do it without you. So we need to hear from you so that we can take this knowledge forward and campaign for better care for you and for your family. So at this point, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has participated in the CARE study so far. Your contributions have been invaluable, and we really, really appreciate it. And going forward, whether you're an individual who was born with CFM, a caregiver or other family member, or even a health provider or an advocacy leader, we would love to encourage you to reach out to us. So our general website is www.thecarestudy.org. And we'll also give you guys a bunch of links as well that you can use to help people
Ooh.
find out more about the study, and so that people can help, so that people can access the surveys themselves directly. The surveys themselves, they take about 30 minutes to complete, so it is an investment. But again, as I say, it's really important that we understand as much as we can, that we take advantage of this opportunity that we have so that we can really make a real change to people's lives going forward. One of the things that's really important to our team is that we don't just ask you guys to participate in our research and then you never see it again. It's really important to us that we feed those results back to the community through CCA Kids and the wider community as well, so that you can see the results and you can see what you've contributed to, and you can see what we're going to do with the information that you have taken the time and been kind enough and generous to give us.
Perfect. And I love
Thank you.
that, that you guys are planning on doing that because we always love putting out the research later and just showing that, like, oh, to all the people that did participate, like, this is what ended up happening with that. So, no, that's great.
Yeah,
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the study that you're doing because it's very important work that you and your team are doing. And we're very appreciative to be involved. And we'll definitely share this out to the community and see that the community can also get involved in this research. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else that you wanted to add before we hop off?
no, just a thank you to CCA Kids really for speaking with me today and helping me to share this opportunity to participate in something that is hopefully gonna make a big change.
No, of course. We are totally appreciative of everything that you are doing. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
for our viewers that are watching, we will have all of the links in the captions below. Or if you're watching on Instagram, it'll be in the link tree. So definitely reach out and complete the survey and take the time to do that. Nicola, thank you so much for being here with us and for your time, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.